Let's begin in a comfortable seat, legs crossed, hands resting on your knees, spines nice and long. As we begin to notice our breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then let's inhale our arms up overhead, reaching long. And exhale the right arm down. The left arm comes overhead for a side stretch. Reaching through the left fingertips. The left hip roots down. And the chest turns up towards the ceiling. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, other side. Left arm comes down. Right arm reaches long, keeping your ear next to your bicep. Rotating the chest up. And inhale, reaching tall. And exhale to the right for a twist. Right arm comes behind you, left arm comes to your right knee. Taking it nice and gentle, warming up the spine here. Inhaling to find a length, and exhaling, twisting just a little bit deeper. And inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the other side. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand comes to your left knee. Right shoulder pushes forward while the left shoulder pulls backwards. Remembering to breathe. And then inhale back to center. And let's take an arm stretch. So bringing your right arm up out in front of you, keeping the shoulder in its socket. Cross the right arm across your chest with your left arm. And then exhale, release it. Bring the left arm up, again keeping the left shoulder in its socket, crossing the left arm across the chest. And pulling it towards you with your right arm. And then exhale and release. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale into tabletop. Hands are directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips, engaging the abs. And let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhaling to drop the belly, open the shoulders, lift the head. And exhale to round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head, opening the chest. And exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Keep moving like this at your own pace, at your own breath. And then after your next exhale, come and find a neutral spine. And then take a breath in and exhale into downward facing dog. Taking time here in this first down dog of the day to pedal out your feet if that feels good. Taking whatever movements you'd like. But still squeezing the shoulder blades together. And lifting those hips up to the sky. And letting your heels sink towards the ground. And then inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. And exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Let's hang out here in this forward fold. So bending the knees as generously as you'd like, lifting those hips up to the sky, grabbing opposite arm to opposite elbow for a ragdoll, maybe swaying side to side. And then inhale and slowly roll up to stand, vertebra by vertebra. Your head comes up last, stacking your whole spine down. And your hands come to your sides, Tadasana. Let's take a few sun salutations. So inhale and sweep the arms up overhead, reaching long. And exhale, keep that length as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins or thighs. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, hands directly under your shoulders. And exhale, chaturanga, keeping those elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the chest, flipping the back feet. And exhale, downward facing dog, squeezing those shoulder blades, lifting the hips up to the sky. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine reaches long, and exhale, fold forward. Keeping a bend in your knees, inhale and sweep your arms all the way up overhead, coming to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest. Breathe. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reaching long, and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, remember to gaze downwards, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, engaging those abs, and exhale through chaturanga, one straight line. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and exhale, walk or hop your way to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, inhale, lift your arms all the way up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale your hands in prayer to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, keep the length as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine reaches long, gazes down, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank, and exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the chest, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and exhale, hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands coming to shins or thighs or the ground, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, coming to stand, and exhale your hands in prayer to heart center. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift once more, and exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, keep it there. And exhale, bend the knee and open the hip up to the side. Finding space in that hip and keeping the shoulders even. And then inhale and exhale, step the leg forward in between your hands for a low lunge. Good. Squaring the hips here, lifting up in the hips. Chest is lifted, gaze is forward. Nice. And on your next inhale, come into warrior two. Spiral the back heel down. Chest opens up to the side, arms both reach long in both directions, pulling through both fingertips. Gaze is out in front. And then inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm, and exhale back into peaceful warrior. Left hand reaches down the back leg, lifting up out of the back so we're not dumping weight into it. Keeping your ear up by your bicep to protect your neck. And don't forget about the bend in your front knee. Inhale here. And then exhale into extended side angle. Right arm comes to your right thigh. Left arm reaches long overhead. Keeping a nice long line all the way through your left fingertips, through that back heel. Energy's going through both directions. Good. Chest is opening up towards the sky. And then inhale, back into warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back for a three-legged dog, keeping it there. And then exhale, bend the leg and open the hip. Finding space here just like we did before. Taking a breath in. And then exhale and step that foot between your hands, low lunge. Again, finding a slight lift in the hips here. Chest is open, gaze is forward. Good. And then inhale into warrior two. Back heel spirals down. Arms are coming out, reaching long, chest open to the side, gaze over the front fingertips. Remembering to bend the front knee, but also finding lift through the hips. Then inhale, reaching forward, flipping the front palm, and exhale into peaceful warrior. Right hand comes back down the back leg. Left arm reaches long overhead, keeping your ear next to your bicep. Not dumping weight into your back, but lifting out of it. Inhale back into warrior two, and exhale into extended side angle. Left elbow comes down to the left thigh. Right arm reaches long overhead, keeping your ear by your elbow again. And reaching long through those fingertips and also reaching through the side of your foot. Inhale back into warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Breathe in. And exhale into a low lunge. Squaring those hips. Gazes forward. Inhale up into a warrior two. Reaching long through both of those fingertips, keeping the bend in your front knee. And inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm, and exhale into peaceful warrior. Back hand going down the back leg. Keeping that ear close to your bicep. And inhale back up into warrior two. And exhale into extended side angle. Arm coming to meet your thigh. And reaching long overhead, twisting upwards with your chest. Inhale back into warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale, bend the knee and open the hip up to the side. Inhale here. And exhale into low lunge. Pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward to square them. Inhale up into warrior two, back heel spirals down. And then inhale, hinging forward, flipping the front palm, and exhaling into peaceful warrior. Remembering to lift up out of the back. Inhale back into warrior two, and exhale into extended side angle. Remembering to keep your ear next to your arm. And pull your weight out of that shoulder. Don't let it sink too far in. Inhale back into warrior two, and exhale, cartwheel the hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. And exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up into Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And then exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest. Taking a deep breath here. And letting it all out. Inhale once more. And then exhale into a Malasana squat. So spreading your feet a little bit wider. Sinking down with the hips, bringing them down towards the ground. Aiming to keep your heels on the ground. Keeping your hands in prayer and using your elbows to help push the knees away from each other. Opening the chest, finding space there. One more breath in. And then exhale, forward fold. Relaxing your neck here, let your head be heavy. Breathing in. And exhaling into Malasana squat again, keeping those feet wide, toes pointed outwards, sinking the hips low, keeping the chest open. And then from here, we'll find crow pose. So placing your hands on the ground in front of you and snuggling your knees up towards your armpits, bending the elbows, gazing at the ground, and then leaning forward so that all of your weight comes into your hands and start lifting your feet off the ground. Maybe one at a time, maybe both. Engaging the abs as we do this, keeping those arms nice and strong, pointing the feet, clenching all of the muscles in the legs. Nice. And if this is no problem for you, work on straightening those arms until the elbows are completely straight. If you fall out of it, just come right back in. One more breath in here. And exhale, release the pose, finding a forward fold. And then in this forward fold, letting your knees bend and come to step on the palms of your hands. Giving your wrists a nice stretch here, letting them relax after working hard in crow. And then release your hands from that pose. And inhale, find a half lift. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale into pigeon pose. Right knee coming to right wrist. Check on your back foot to make sure if the foot is on the ground, that it's straight and not sickling in. And then inhale to open the chest. And exhale to fold forward, walking the hands out, resting your head on the ground. And taking a few nice deep breaths in pigeon. Inhale, walk your hands back up, bringing your torso back up. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale the left leg up and back, keeping the hips level. And then exhale into pigeon pose. Left knee coming to left wrist. Maybe grabbing a blanket if it's uncomfortable for your knees. Checking on that back foot to make sure it's not sickling inward. Opening the chest, and then exhale and fold forward. And then inhale, walking back up, and exhale into downward facing dog. Taking one final inhale in down dog, and exhale into child's pose. The knees can be as close together or as far apart as you'd like. Reaching the arms out long. And then option to bring your hands together in prayer and then bend at the elbows to bring your hands behind your neck, placing them on that upper back near the shoulders. Maybe finding a little tricep stretch in this. And then exhale and release your hands. And come and find an easy seat. Let's take another gentle twist. So inhaling and then exhaling, twist to the right, placing your right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee. Right shoulder pulls back and left shoulder pushes forward. Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale back to center. And then exhale your feet out long in front of you for Dandasana. Just stretching them out in front, flexing through the feet. Maybe pulling the flesh away from the pelvic bone to make it a little more comfortable for you. Then inhale, reaching the arms up long overhead. Spine is nice and long. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Maybe your hands come to your thighs or your shins, or to hold on to the bottom of your feet. But inhaling to find length in that spine, and exhaling to fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back up into the seat. And then exhale and lie down, flat on your back on the mat. Inhaling the knees into the chest. And exhale, drop them over to the left side for a supine twist. Right arm reaches long. Gaze out over those right fingertips, keeping both of your shoulders on the ground. And breathe. Then inhale the knees into the chest and drop the knees over to the right side on an exhale. Extending your left arm out long, gaze over the left fingertips. And then inhale the knees back to center. Give them a nice big hug. And then exhale and release everything down to the mat, snuggling your shoulder blades underneath you. Spreading your arms and legs out as wide as you want, taking up all the space that you need to be comfortable here. Finding whatever adjustments you need. Maybe bringing a pillow underneath your knees if you think that would feel good for your low back. And let's spend a few minutes in Shavasana. Taking a nice deep breath in and letting it all out. Coming back into the space around you. Bringing gentle movements into your fingers and toes. And then coming to roll over onto one side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. From here, pushing up into an easy seat, crossing the legs, resting your hands on your knees. Focusing on the breath. And then bringing your hands in prayer at the center of your chest. And finding something that you're grateful for today. Focusing on that thought, that gratitude, where it feels inside of you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.